Welcome back. Today we're diving into something you flagged in your notes, this linguistic puzzle involving the root ped.
Ah, yes, ped. It's a real head scratcher, isn't it?
Totally, because it means two completely different things, like polar opposites.
Exactly. You've got one meaning foot from Latin and another meaning child from Greek.
And in American English, they end up spelled the same. So our mission today is basically to give you the tools, the context, to solve this little vocabulary riddle whenever you see it.
Context really is king here. You absolutely need it.
Okay, let's tackle the first one, the older meaning, the physical one from Latin. Ped, meaning foot.
Right. And this one pops up in some, well, quite surprising words, high-value words, actually, like pedigree.
Pedigree, okay,
Yeah.
lineage, family tree. How does foot fit in there?
Get this, it comes from an old Anglo-French term, pedigree.
Pedigree.
Okay. It literally means crane's foot.
Wait, what? A crane's foot? What?
Yeah, because apparently those early genealogy charts, the branching lines, they looked just like the scratches a bird, like a crane, might make.
No way. So a word we associate with, like
Yeah.
high status and lineage, comes from a drawing that looks like bird tracks. That's amazing.
That's a great visual, right? Helps it stick.
Definitely. Okay, sticking with the foot idea movement, let's think about hindering or helping movement.
Ah, you're leading into impede and expedite. Perfect pair.
Exactly. So impede.
Literally, it meant to shackle the feet. Like in or on, and ped foot,
Right.
putting chains on the feet to slow things down.
So hindering progress at its most basic level.
Precisely. And then expedite is the opposite. Ex meaning out of.
So freeing the feet.
Yeah, taking the feet out of chains, speeding things up, facilitating progress. It's such a clear physical metaphor.
That makes so much sense. Okay, what about pedestrian? We know it means someone walking.
On foot.
But the adjective pedestrian means, well, kind of dull or ordinary. What's the connection?
It's historical, really. If you were walking, you were on foot, a pedestrian. You weren't riding a horse. You weren't equestrian.
Ah, okay. So walking was just the common, everyday way.
Yeah,
Less exciting.
exactly. Less remarkable than riding. So if something's pedestrian, it's considered commonplace, maybe a bit uninspired, ordinary.
Got it. And the straightforward one here is pedometer.
Right. Ped for foot, meter for measure, a device to measure the distance you walk. Simple as that.
Okay, so that's the foot side covered. Let's switch gears completely. Now, ped means something totally different.
Right. Now we jump to the Greek root. This one comes from pais, meaning child. It actually traces back to an even older root, meaning small.
And this is where we see that spelling difference sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Like British English might use ped.
Correct. Like in pediatrician, American English usually simplifies it just to ped, making it identical to the foot root.
Which is why we're doing this deep dive. Okay, so child. This root is big in academic and medical words. Let's start with education. Pedagogy.
Pedagogy, yeah. The art or science of teaching. Literally, it means leading children.
Leading children. How so?
Its origin is from the Greek pedagogos. That was actually the title for a specific type of slave in ancient Greece whose job was to escort the master's children to school.
So the original child leader was a slave leading kids to school. Huh.
A little different from our modern understanding, yeah.
Okay, and in medicine, the big one. Pediatrician.
The doctor for children, ped for child, iatry for healer or physician.
This is crucial. Do not mix this up with.
Podiatrist, absolutely critical distinction. A podiatrist is a foot doctor that uses the Greek root pod, P-O-D, also meaning foot, but a different branch than the Latin ped.
Right. Pediatrician, child doctor, podiatrist, foot doctor. Got it.
One more interesting medical connection, orthopedics.
Dealing with bones and joints, right? How does child fit in?
Well, the word literally breaks down to ortho, meaning straight, and ped, meaning child.
Straight child.
Yeah, because the field originally focused heavily on correcting skeletal problems, like spinal curvatures or limb deformities, specifically in children.
Ah, even though now it treats adults too.
Exactly. The name reflects its origins in treating children's skeletal development.
Okay, this has been super helpful. Let's try to boil it down. What's the shortcut for someone listening? How do you tell them apart quickly?
It goes back to context. Remember our joke. Why isn't a pedometer used to measure children?
Because it's the wrong route. It's about feet, not kids.
Exactly.
Right.
So the rule of thumb is, if the word relates to movement, distance, things you push with your feet, like pedals, levers, think foot.
Like pedal, expedite, pedestrian.
Right. But if you're in a medical context or talking about education, teaching, children's health, think child.
Pediatrician, pedagogy, orthopedics.
That context clue will solve it for you most of the time.
Awesome. And just to leave everyone with something to chew on, you mentioned even encyclopedia connects back here.
It does. It traces back to Greek enkycleos paideia, roughly rounded or all-around education, paideia, meaning education, related to pace, child. The knowledge needed for a well-rounded child's upbringing.
Wow. So even that huge concept of comprehensive knowledge has child hidden inside it. Makes you wonder what other words have these kinds of crazy hidden history.
Isn't it just language is full of these surprises?